covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today in high definition.
A manhunt underway for a gunman who shot and killed a Shreveport, Louisiana police officer. The horrific incident taking place last night after the officer responded to a call of an armed man inside a home. At this hour, authorities are trying to hunt down the suspect, 27-year-old Grover Cannon. Good afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thank you for joining us for a special edition of Arkansas Today. We are broadcasting live right now in Arkansas and in Louisiana about the tragic murder of the Shreveport police officer many are calling a hero. Here's a picture of the officer who was killed. It is Thomas Lavalley. We will be talking much more about his life and background later in the show. But first, we begin with live team coverage. Jade Choice is live at the command center where authorities are working to track down the fugitive. And first, we begin with Christian Henson, who is live at the Shreveport Police Headquarters. Good afternoon to you, Christian. What is the very latest at this hour?
Mallory, like you said, last night, Thomas Lavalley found a prowler in a home in the Queensboro neighborhood of Shreveport. That prowler, Grover Cannon, shot him, and Lavalley later died. This morning, the Shreveport Police Department, along with Mayor Ollie Tyler, talked about the manhunt that they have going on. Both Police Chief Willie Shaw and Mayor Tyler were obviously very upset and say they won't stop until they find him.
At the hospital last night, we all sat there trying to comfort one another. This is a true brotherhood. This is a family member.
He did not hesitate to confront a bad person. In this day and time, where it's become popular to denigrate law enforcement officers, here's a chance to do something good, to say something great about a great young officer that laid his life down.
And the police officers in the area say they will be working with state police. They will find Cannon, who is still on the run right now. Live in Shreveport, Christian Henson, Arkansas Today.
Christian, thank you. The scene of the crime, a home near the 3500 block of Del Rio Street, an area also known as the Queensboro neighborhood. Our team coverage continues with Jade Choice. She has been covering this story from the scene since early this morning. She is now live at the command center with more. Good afternoon, Jade.
Good morning. Well, that's right. I've been on scene here all morning in the Queensboro community in West Shreveport. And just taking a look behind me, you can actually see the home where Officer Lavalley was shot late last night. Crime scene tape remains up around that home, and police officers are still in the area investigating. And I spoke with the neighbors this morning, and they just say they want the violence in the area to stop. And I also spoke with officers this morning who say, you know, it's just a very tragic time for them, and they are mourning the loss of one of their own who has fallen while in the line of duty. And it's just a very awful situation right now, very tragic for not only local law enforcement, but area law enforcement as well. So the family, it's just, we all want to keep them in prayer, as well as the officer's family, as well as our local law enforcement. And it's just a very tragic time right now. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Jade. A tragic situation there for the community. Stephanie Bryant is following the case closely. She joins us live this afternoon from Shreveport Police Headquarters with more on the suspect they are looking for. Good afternoon to you, Stephanie.
Good afternoon. Now, what we know so far is that 27-year-old Grover Cannon had a long rap sheet and was most wanted recently for attempted second-degree murder charge back in July. Now, in the past, he's been in district court for simple burglary, possession with intent to distribute, and felony theft. Now, we're told during a 911 call, a female said a man was inside a neighbor's home threatening those inside. She also said that he had an outstanding warrant and could possibly be armed, and that's when we're told that he shot Thomas Lavalley. Now, there's reports that he might have taken a Greyhound bus to Jackson, Mississippi. Of course, those reports are not confirmed yet, but Shreveport Police Chief Willie Shaw said that there's nowhere that he can go and nowhere that he can hide. And we just recently got information that the FBI and the U.S. Marshal's Office is offering a $25,000 reward for the arrest of Grover DeAndre Cannon. Live from Shreveport Police Headquarters, Stephanie Bryant for Arkansas Today.
Stephanie, thank you. As that search for the suspect picks up, we want to remember the officer who died. Thomas LaValle had been with the Shreveport, Louisiana Police Department since 2011. He was assigned to the evening shift patrol in West Shreveport. LaValle was from St. Amant, which is outside of Baton Rouge. He is a former cameraman at a Shreveport television station. Stay tuned to this station throughout the day and this evening for continuing coverage on the search for the suspect and more on the tragic shooting of Officer Thomas LaValle. And as all of this unfolds, Memphis is remembering a fallen officer. Memphis police officer Sean Bolton was shot and killed over the weekend. You are taking a live look now at the funeral service happening at Bellevue Baptist Church in Memphis. Officers from several surrounding states have traveled to pay their respect, including 4 officers from Arkansas. Again, a live look at funeral services for Officer Sean Bolton, who was shot and killed over the weekend in Memphis. Well, we will keep you updated on these stories and more throughout the newscast, but